And I do remember when I was 5, my dad, who was running for district attorney of New Orleans, was opening his campaign headquarters. And my mom really wanted me to play the Star Spangled Banner. So she arranged for a piano to be there.
You lost your mother when you were 13.
I did.
Which, you know, for so many, especially at that age, it can derail everything.
Sure.
So how did you specifically with your father and sister get through that time?
It's hard to say specifically how we did it. It was extremely traumatic, as you can imagine. And I think had it not been for my father and his incredible gifts as a father and unwavering support of me and my sister and my extended family support, I'm not so sure I could have gotten through it. I mean, it was, unquestionably the hardest thing that's ever happened to me before or since. And you just take what you're given and accept it with grace and try to move on with your life. And I think ultimately time is a great healer. Certainly not completely. I still miss my mother, but I had 13 years with her. They were profoundly influential years on me. And that's what my life is. Everybody sort of has ups and downs, and that was, the worst down for me. But, I have an incredible father. He's 90 years old and still
very active. Right?
Very active. I mean, I was with him yesterday. I talked to him, I've already talked to him a couple of times today. We're very close. So I was really lucky to have him and my sister.
How do you think that having to deal with that at that age affected the way you approached your own life?
It's really hard to say. I can tell you that for a long time, it was hard for me to sort of enjoy things because I had this sort of underlying feeling that it was going to end.
Yeah.
And I think that's a direct relationship to, my world was incredible. I had my mother, and then all of a sudden she wasn't there anymore.
Taken away, yeah.
Yeah, and so I know that it had profound effects on me over the years. How it manifested itself, it's really difficult to say. My sister, who's now a psychiatrist, probably would be able to articulate that a lot better than I. But it's just, I'm kind of a fatalist in this way where I believe that everything happens for a reason. I know that sounds, my sister and I were actually just laughing about this yesterday. I said, I call her Nana, her name's Susanna, but I call her Nana. I said, Nana, what would be the worst thing you could say to a patient who's suffering very deeply? She said, everything happens for a reason, or turn that frown upside down, some really horrible thing. And I said, well, should I not say everything happens for a reason? She goes, no, if you believe that. I really, really do. I think something as tragic as a death or an illness ultimately will lead you down a path you wouldn't have gone down. And maybe you don't understand it now, but I think stuff happens like that. I really believe that.